Kingdom Hearts, Goofy's Suicide. I was walking about town when I saw a garage sale. It was an old dilapidated house with dead grass and broken shutters. People were walking about, perusing the wares for sale. I asked them whose house it was, and they shrugged. I was always an avid gamer since I was born, so I was elated when I saw all these PS2 games that I could buy for low prices. I began browsing when I saw a curious sight, a Kingdom Hearts box that was unusually thick. I picked it up and opened it. Inside there was a disc with a skull on it, but it was not a human skull, but a dog skull. Next to it was a small book with blood-red ink titled Goofy's Suicide. I walked to the proprietor of the garage sale, an old man with false teeth and false eyes and false skin. Nothing about him was true. I asked him about the game. He said, "I've never seen that before in my life. Take it." I took it. As who was I to pass up a free copy of the classic game Kingdom Hearts 1 for the PlayStation 2. I walked to my house and entered the damp room where I kept my PS2. When I opened up my case again, I noticed something odd. The disc had grown another symbol. It was a hyper-realistic sad little boy crying. I figured it was just my imagination and grabbed the book. I flipped through it. It was an account of a horrible experience of some kind. I began to read and put what I read into this document. Goofy's Suicide. I am an employee at Square Enix. I am in charge of nothing and merely code for the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I am a big fan of Disney, especially the cartoon Song of the South. That one is my favorite. I tried to get them to put Song of the South into the game, but they said no. In a petty act of revenge, I killed myself. That was the first page of the document. The rest reads as follows. I'm an employee at Square Enix. We were working on a game called Kingdom Hearts. It was almost launch day after a co-worker of mine killed himself. When we booted up the test copy of the game to make sure everything was smooth, the beginning of the game was normal until it was not. When Goofy discovered King Mickey was dead, he fell into a deep despair. When they reached Halloween Town, he hung himself from the gallows. These were his final words. I will come for you, those who squandered my dreams. My fortune is yours for the taking. I left everything I own in one disc, and then this TV shattered. This is what was in the book. I shrugged and said, heh, what a funny little tale that was. I sure am glad discs aren't real. Then, my face grew horrified as I fell my eyes upon the Kingdom Hearts disc. I was shaking in my boots, but I knew ghosts were not real, so I picked up the disc and put it inside the PlayStation 2. I played through the game and noticed Goofy become more and more despaired as the game went on. Then in a twist, he killed himself inside Oogie Boogie's lair. It was horrifying. Then Sora was transported to the place at the beginning with all the princess glasses. But instead of a Disney princess, it was Goofy's dead body. Then he was surrounded by dead Donald and many hyper-realistic blood. Then Sora screamed very loud and Goofy came out of the glass and he was a rotten corpse. I screamed, Sora screamed, we all screamed for Goofy. Sora was enveloped by Goofy's rancid blood as it fell out of his gaping cadaverous maw and flooded everything with brown bricks. Then Sora emerged from the blood, but he was dead, and he was alive, and he was covered in hyper-realistic blood and teeth. The teeth of the Goofy, he said to me, not the camera, but me, the writer. He said, hello, Derek, I am Sora, and you will drink the blood of the goof. And then I screamed, and my TV exploded. I took the disc, and I threw it into my printer and hit the shred button, but instead of the disc shredding, the printer shredded, and the disc remained the same. I was very scared, so I went to sleep. When I woke up, all the lights in my house were off, and a tall, lanky figure stood in the corner. The smell of dead dog, the rancid blood of those who committed the greatest of sins, the taking of the holy gift given to us by God, wafted through the room. I gagged and peed. A chilling chortle was heard, and a familiar voice said, Yuck, hello, welcome to my suicide. Then I drowned in blood and became a toothed skeleton. Now that you have read this, I will come for you, and soon you will smell the rancid blood tooth. Yum yum.